Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, StrangeNet here. So today I'm going to be talking about research and specifically why I use Tama and the ins and outs and the bonuses that come with that, and maybe a few other topics depending on time. So if you haven't already subscribed, then please do drop a like if you like this content and stay a while and listen. So Tama itself is a very busy system, and we can see here on Dotlan that in the last 24 hours we've had 7,500 ships jump in. Ships killed in the last 24 hours, just under 800, and 200 pods. So again, it is a very busy, active system, this, and a lot of people, kind of shake their head at me and say, why on earth are you using this place? But a lot of these kills, you have to remember, the Tama is the entry system for faction warfare from high sec into low sec, so it's busy for that reason as well. And a lot of the ships that are destroyed are because of faction warfare, and obviously the odd pirate knocking around taking advantage of that as well. So that makes it a lot more on the surface deadly than it probably actually is. And I've been using Tama for a great deal of time now, and touch wood, I'm trying to recall, I don't think I've ever lost a ship there. And you do get the odd gate camp. You have to be careful what time you're going through. A lot of these gate camps aren't necessarily for you. Again, they're for faction warfare participants, but obviously if you do happen to jump in and you are in something that can be destroyed by the gang that's there, then they are likely to target you, and again, you are likely to be destroyed. So yeah, that's one of the things to bear in mind, and that is why a lot of people don't like Tama. So obviously the question that comes with that is then, why would you use Tama? And there is a good reason for that, and we're going to take the core temperature regulator BPO here. This is a recently introduced BPO from the industry update. And if we look at perimeter, we can see here we have 31 days duration for ME and 120 million ISK. And if we have a look at the TE, again 31 days and 122 million ISK. So 222 million ISK and 62 days. Now if we look at Tama and the Detroit, we can see here straight off it's 24 days and 32 million ISK for the ME, and for PE it's 24 days and 36 million ISK. So we are looking at 72 million ISK and 48 days, which is quite a lot less than obviously the perimeter station can give you. So if you're doing this on numerous BPOs, it can obviously save you a good amount, and this is because of the bonuses to faction warfare. And if I hover over here, you can see faction warfare in regards to the faction warfare bonus is minus 50%, so that's 50% less cost. Installation rigs give you 19%, and the structure bonus is minus 5%. So obviously that adds up to quite a considerable amount. Now in regards to the time duration, I believe that the only thing that helps here is the fact that the rigs get an extra slight bonus because it's low sec over what the perimeter TTT gets. So nothing major there, but again it's the cost that makes the huge difference, and it is, say, slightly faster by 7 days, so 14 days in total. But again, the big kicker here is that the cost is substantially lower. So obviously that all in all makes the Tama station quite attractive, and again a lot of the time, in my opinion and for me, is worth the risk of doing the research in that in Tama, just due to the fact that again the cost is significantly lower and the job duration is lower, and obviously time is money. So that works out quite well. And that's not to say that I don't use the perimeter station. I do use the perimeter station quite a lot, but it depends what I'm researching. I generally use perimeter for in all inventions, apart from the ones I'm currently doing in Tama. Copying, I do most of my copying. In fact, I pretty much do all my copying, I think, in perimeter. That's because of its proximity to jitter. It's nice, it's close, it's convenient. Obviously, jumping into Tama does have its risks. But again, with the MWD cloak trick, it's relatively safe, but again, there are always moments for error. So there is obviously a danger that comes with it, and that can be negated by scouting properly and then, as I say, just waiting for the quieter times of the day before actually jumping in the hauler. One of the other reasons is as well the Tama station, I believe, is owned by Snuffed Out, and Snuffed Out is quite a big low-sec entity, very capable of deploying super capitals and therefore being able to defend this station well. So therefore, the chances of it being attacked by a small random group or this, that, and the other is highly unlikely due to the forces that Snuffed Out can bring to defend it, and that obviously makes doing things there, although it's low sec, the station is a lot more secure due to the entities defending it. So if you follow this channel regularly, you will know that the last video that I did was basically me making X amount of ISK while on holiday, and I'm just going to go, somebody asked me to show me my wallet, because I've made a few videos of this over the course of making videos on YouTube, and that is how I don't generally change my sell orders. And I think this is a great example because obviously I've been away for a week, so I've not been able to. My last proper day on Eve was on the 12th of August. I went away on the 13th, Friday the 13th, unlucky for some. I went away on Friday the 13th for a week. So looking at the transactions here, we can see that I was buying stuff up on the 12th, getting things ready and where I wanted them. Let's close that down slightly. And you can see here we were at 23 billion ISK even. And obviously without having access to Eve, I couldn't do anything once I left on the 13th. We left early on the 13th, and you can see here we've got just trickles coming in. So we started at 23 billion, and I came back on Friday the 20th. Let's skip forward, save boring you all to death. And you can see here we were up to 32 billion ISK. So give or take, what, 8 billion ISK increase while I was away. And again, obviously, the reason for showing this is some people kind of asked for it, and that's fair enough. And it's to basically reiterate what I was saying in one of the previous videos that I made recently, that I don't generally update my sell orders, and I put them on and I just leave them. Put them on at a reasonable price and the chances are that it will sell, and hopefully this is a good example of that. And yes, it does help obviously to have potentially billions backing you up, that you don't need to be updating your orders regularly. And somewhat we have covered that in previous videos, so I'm not going to go over old ground, but if you've got the ISK, don't be chasing your sell orders, just wait for the market to come back to you. So that's that. And another question that comes up very regularly is how I manage to have so many slots. And you can see here, obviously, you get the 11 manufacturing slots, which is your maximum. You get your 11 science slots, which is max. And I've got 9 reaction slots. 11 is max, and it's 11 across the board. But obviously, I have significantly more than that here. And that is because I have numerous alts, and they're all in the same corporation. So what I do is I log in one character, I start 11 jobs of whatever, say manufacturing, I then log in the second alt, I do 11 more jobs, I log in the third and the fourth and the fifth and so on, and that is how I manage to have so many jobs on the go. And that is because, again, I have quite a few alts that can obviously do a lot of the industry stuff, so I'm not limited necessarily to just the 11 bog standard slots that you get with the one character. And so with that, I'm going to round that video up there. I wanted it to be relatively short, sweet and on point. So thank you for listening, thanks for watching. Again, if you haven't subscribed, then please do think about it. Drop a like, say hi, put a comment down, whatever. And I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you for listening.